Rise and shine, family. All right, so first of all, I just want to say congratulations to those of you who chose to accept fact over belief. And I say that because I just had a conversation with this lady. I'm minding my business, and she goes, "Hey, I see the head wrap. Are you Muslim?" And I go, "Well, no, I'm not Muslim. In fact, I've always wrapped my head, and it's never had anything to do with a religion. I just like to wrap my head. I did it one day and liked it, right?" She goes, "Okay, well, I just asked because my father is a Muslim." I said, "Okay, cool. So what do you identify with?" And she goes, "Well, I'm a Christian because I could not give up eating pork." And I go, "Interesting. You chose your religion because it allows you to eat certain foods?" She goes, "Yeah, I love my pork. I eat pig feet, chitlins, you name it. I eat my pork and I'm not giving it up." And I said, "Well, have you like, do you read the Bible or the Quran?" And she goes, "No, I've never read them." And I said, "Well, you probably should because honestly, man, Christians are not allowed to eat pork either, based on what the literature in the Bible, from what the Bible's God says to its people. They're not supposed to eat it either. They just do because they don't really care about literature as much as, say, a Muslim does or other religious groups, right? It tends to be really lax in what they really apply, what they adhere to. They focus on what they want to focus on, but they leave out details like what you're going to eat, right?" And she goes, "Well, I ain't sure about that because we all eat pork and I never heard this before." I said, "I promise you, you just got to crack open the book. Nowhere in this book does the Bible's God tell you can eat pork. It does say don't eat it." That's a fact. Nowhere does it say you can eat it, though. And she goes, "Well, what's this about rise, kill, and eat?" I said, "Well, that comes from Peter. Peter saw a cloth with all different types of unclean foods on it. And God says, or in this vision, it says, rise, kill, and eat. And Peter says, I have never eaten any unclean thing, saying that it was unclean. And then the vision was broken down to Peter that someone who was unsaved, a Gentile, was going to come to be saved. And no longer are you going to keep them out of this religion. God is now letting them be a part of the religion. God is saying that they're now clean. Because, see, they called the people unclean because they ate unclean food, so they too were unclean, right? Now, none of this is a fact, it's just by the literature. But I asked her, "Do you care if your beliefs are true?" Because you seem to have chosen your beliefs based on what foods it tells you that you can eat. You know, she was very offended. Now, I didn't even challenge if her beliefs were true or not. I merely just gave her some information about something that she didn't know about, and she got offended. Beliefs are powerful, family. People identify with beliefs so much so they invest in them and they can't even look at them critically. They can't. You can give them information. We don't even have to establish whether it's fact or not. It's just information. I could have been wrong, man. She's already mad because I'm just giving her information, right? This is blowing my mind. And I just want to congratulate you guys who are able to do this. I realize it's hard. It was hard for me. It's hard for most of us to believe in something your entire life, and then someone presents you with information that's contrary to what you believed in, and now you have to examine that information and possibly let go of your beliefs or what you once thought. We probably still have many things that we think that are just not true. And until we actually sit down and examine them, we're not going to break free of those things. What I'm saying is be willing to accept the challenge. Be willing to allow yourself to be challenged. Don't you want to be better? Don't you want to grow as a person, as an individual? If you just keep holding on to your belief and you won't take any information that's contrary to it, how are you ever going to know if what you believe in is true? What you believe in should be able to stand up to criticism and questions. If you get that angry because someone is merely asking you a question, how can you ever truly challenge what you believe? And we were taught to believe without truly challenging it. We were taught to believe without truly researching it for ourselves. So if you're going to know if what you believe is true, how can you do that if you can't even hear information contrary to your belief? It's crazy, family. I get it. Beliefs make you feel good. It's like a placebo effect. Beliefs can give you hope. Beliefs can make you believe in something or give you hope when you otherwise wouldn't even have hope. I get that. But it's just like sugar. Sugar makes you feel good, right? Sugar, it's sweet, right? Life can be really bitter sometimes, and I get it. Sometimes you want something sweet. Sometimes you don't want to hear the straight truth or the straight facts. Sometimes you just don't want to hear it. I get it. I get it. But as an adult, we should make it a prerequisite to listen to information and examine it for truth. And if it is true, get rid of the beliefs, because they both can't be true. You understand? Beliefs and fact, if they contradict each other, they can't both be true. So the facts are what you want to hold to, because the facts are something that can be demonstrated. You understand? Amongst the people around you, your peers, facts can be demonstrated. Beliefs cannot. They cannot be demonstrated. And that is why it's a belief. You understand? Facts, though, they don't always give you hope. They don't always make you feel good. But I'm telling you, you can base your life off facts, though. You understand? You can make facts your foundation. Think of an ant. An ant will build its house out of sand and dirt. A grain of sand or dirt is about the same size as a grain of sugar. That ant will never build its house with sugar, even if it found a bag of sugar. You know why? Sugar does not make for good foundation. Sugar is sweet. It tastes good. I get it, right? But it's not something that you want to build your life on. You understand? Think like the ant. Consider the ant, family. It would never mistake sand for sugar or vice versa. It's not going to be eating sand and building this house with sugar or doing the opposite. You understand? Sugar, I get it. Sometimes you want to hear something sweet. Sometimes you don't want the whole truth. But when someone presents to you facts, be willing to hear it, family. When someone presents to you information, be willing to examine it, family. You understand? If I came to you and said, I know this thing tastes good to you, but it is killing you. It is making your body worse. If you say, well, I like how it tastes, then you're probably one of those people who don't care about truth. Some people eat things that are not good for them, but they still are convicted. They still know that they need to stop. And you even hear them say it. My homie Callie will say that. I need to go vegan. And I guarantee you he will one day. He's very convicted about his diet. But people who eat whatever they want with no care in the world for what happens to them, you're likely probably one of those people who don't care if your beliefs are true. You just care how it makes you feel. You understand? I want to seriously congratulate those of you who can hear truth and hear information and examine it, even when it contradicts your beliefs. I really do, because I just want to congratulate you, family. I know it's hard. It's heartbreaking to lose everything that you believe in and that you place your faith and hope in. I know it's heartbreaking. I know it is. I've been there. But man, despite every single thing, we accepted truth and we are better for it. You understand? We are better for it. All of those unanswered questions that comes back now that you don't have your belief, we still don't have answers to those questions. And guess what? We're still better for having facts over beliefs, because beliefs can change your whole life and in how you treat people. You can be mistreating people based off some crap you believe in. What religion do you identify with? I'm going to take pride in that, right? I'm going to be a Muslim. I'm going to be a Christian. That means if you ask me any question that makes me feel like I'm being challenged, I'm going to get mad, right? What continent am I from originally? Now I got to identify with that. So if information is presented that makes me feel uncomfortable because I've identified with something prematurely, potentially, you could be from wherever you think you're from, but why do you need to identify with it? Why do you need to take pride in it? What makes an African ant better than an Asian ant, or an African elephant better than an Asian elephant? What's the difference? I don't get it. It's still on the same planet. We're still from the same planet regardless of where you come from. There is literally no need to be doing this crap. You understand? Be willing, family, to hear things and examine them. Not to say that one thing is true or false. Just be willing to hear them, examine them. And when you examine them and you find that there's fact in something that you've been presented with, be willing to make the decision to discontinue the belief, because you now have no reason to believe in it. It's just that simple. You don't have to be angry or be prideful or be anything like that. We've all believed in something that wasn't true. We still do. We all have certain things that we believe in that have gone unexamined, and because of that, we still believe in it. But we have to continue to challenge ourselves as often as we can to weed that crap out of us so we can be better, teach our children to be better. You understand? That's all. Congratulations, family. I love you all. Be the evolution, be the change that you want to see. And no candle loses its flame from lighting the other. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it is in that chaos that you would have found yourself. And I want to give a bigger congratulations to those of you that heard the truth, accepted it, and risked your relationships with the people that you love to tell them the truth. You are the man. You are the woman. You are the champion. You are the light of the world. Peace, family.